I have created tons of material on why narcissists are demonic in nature. And it's not that I'm obsessed with this buzzword or I like the hype it creates. It is because of my experiences. It's because of what I have heard from thousands of people that I have had the opportunity to work with. The stories I'm a witness to have not only surprised me, they have convinced me that these people cannot have a human soul. There is nothing human to them because their actions make them demonic. The way they treat others, the way they cause harm and feel nothing about it is what makes them so demonic. Today, I'm going to talk about something that is more than just a mask slipping. I'm going to reveal their demonic nature to you by giving you examples that you yourself have experienced with them. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. The topic for today is 5 times a narcissist accidentally shows they're not human. Before we get started, 2 things. Number 1, please subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel already. Press that subscribe button. Your subscription helps in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse. Number 2, if you want to thrive for real, join my signature membership program called Thrive After Narcissistic Abuse, which is open only for 2 days. Link is in the description of this episode. Let's get started with the weaponized smile. The first thing that always gets me is how they weaponize a smile. It's not any smile. It's so charismatic, so charming, so subtle, so magnetic, so seemingly authentic that it makes anyone, literally anyone, think they're the most genuine person that you are in the presence of. Like it's somebody who is sophisticated, who is organized, knows what they're talking about, and is extremely intelligent, all of that. And this smile is usually found on the faces of covert narcissists, including my mother, who I know had this typical smile on her face, which just made her beyond attractive. There's a pull to it that I cannot explain in words. When you experience that smile, regardless of who the narcissist is, you just feel like there is something good in them, like they give that angelic vibe. It almost regulates you instantly. There is something nice and you cannot take your eyes off. But the minute that smile is gone, you just see the opposite. It feels like the person has changed. The soul has shifted. It feels like you are now talking to someone who is empty, hollow, and dark inside. Like their eyes die instantly. The switch is flipped, and you feel like the person is capable of committing the most heinous crimes and feels nothing about them. This shift is not just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Usually this is a smile that they wear almost at all times. And when that smile goes away, you see the most ugliest truth. Not in the traditional sense or in the literal sense. Something feels so off and so horrifying that you can't recognize the being anymore, the entity anymore. It gives you chills. Have you experienced this? Let me know in the comments. Number 2, when you cry in front of them. This is also quite common with covert narcissists. My mother would pretend to be such a super empath and a kind human being. When somebody would open up before her about their pain, she would do several things. Number 1, if she was interested, she would somehow flip the script and almost make it about herself and her pain. And instead of offering empathy, she would make the other person a sounding board and take away their role, as if saying, you can't be the victim. No, I am the victim. That's my role. That's the one thing I do best. The other thing that baffles me to even think about is how they get bored. She used to get bored somehow. Covert narcissists who are not psychopathic or sadistic, they just feel bored when you open up. They don't get stimulated by your pain and they start yawning. They will start talking to somebody else while you're crying, like my mother did. She would talk to me or talk to somebody else when you would be sharing your pain with her. Another aspect is that a lot of narcissists get angry. Overt narcissists, like my father used to, being a psychopathic narcissist who would just get really mad and say things like, stop crying. He wouldn't say traditional things like, stop crying or I will give you something to cry about. He would make it worse. He would say, I must not see you crying. If you cry, I will make sure you cry for real. Then it was a double whammy. He would hurt you, but then would not allow you to shed a tear. How can they be humans? This is why I'm compelled to say they're demonic. And that's how they destroy you and feel no empathy, no remorse, no guilt whatsoever. The third thing they do is they mimic your pain in the literal sense. Let's say you are broken-hearted, you are crying, you're unraveling, you're falling apart, and you're right in front of them, showing them your heart. And they will start making faces as if to mock you and to mock your pain. Complete lack of humanness, as if you're just intentionally creating drama to get attention, which is basically a clear projection. They show that that's what they do when they are in pain, that they throw a performance and then they think everybody is like them. You must be doing it to get attention. And then the hatred they do not want to feel towards themselves is projected on you. They'll mock your pain, they will mimic it and then act like, oh, it's that bad? My mother would do it all the time. She would pretend to listen to the person in pain, as I said, or yawn. If that would not work behind the person's back, she would just mimic how they were crying. She would make faces like such inhumanity. You tell me, if that is not demonic nature, what is? If that's not non-human, then what is? Number 4, at funerals and when someone dies. When somebody dies, there is nothing on their face, nothing, zero, no emotion. Some of them can pretend, but if you actually pay attention to those eyes and facial expressions, you'll see nothing. Nobody's home. They're not feeling pain. Instead, they will get angry. They will want to make it about themselves. Like, why are you even talking or thinking about that person? Why are you even crying when you should be all focused on me? And they'll say things like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do now? People die. They're just another thing. Get on with it. Get over it. I have watched narcissists at funerals and it's deeply disturbing. While everyone else is grieving, they're checking their phones, they're scrolling, looking around and with absolute boredom. Or worse, they're calculating how to use this situation to their advantage. They may suddenly break down dramatically. Why? It's not because they're sad. They do it because they need to be the center of attention. They need to hijack the grief and somehow make it about them. Sometimes they will even compete with the deceased. They will bring up how much they suffered, how much they cared, how they were the one who really understood the person who died. They turn someone else's funeral into their personal drama performance and they feel nothing about the actual loss, I'm telling you. The most chilling part is their complete inability to read the room. While everyone is consoling each other, they are thinking about when they can leave, what they are going to eat, and how this whole thing is such an inconvenience. They do not participate in the shared human experience of grief. They observe it from outside like researchers studying an alien species. Humans don't do that. People with a heart won't do that. I'm not obsessed with calling them demons. They are demonic. They do demonic things, and the impact these things leave on people is beyond devastating. Number 5 and the last one, the demonic laughter they show mid-fight. When they see you triggered, when they see you losing it, they get excited by you falling apart and they laugh. My father would do it. Like, they will drive you crazy and then they would like the show. Imagine 2 narcissists fighting. That's something extreme. And then imagine one is trying to have the upper hand in the situation, the other is trying to exaggerate their pain. What do you do with it? It's a total shit show. And then the laughter, just when the psychopathic narcissist knows, I have won. There we go. I have broken the other narcissist down. That laughter is demonic. That sound means something entirely different. It's not human. It's the sound of something that feeds off your pain, that gets energized by your breakdown. When you are at your most vulnerable, when you are completely triggered and losing control, that is when they laugh. It's not a nervous laughter, you see, not an uncomfortable laugh, a satisfied, predatory laugh that chills you to the bone. What makes this even more disturbing is the timing. They will push and push until you finally snap. They'll say the most hurtful things, bring up your deepest insecurities, mock your pain. And then when you react, when you are crying, screaming, or completely broken down, that is when they start laughing. It's like they have been waiting for this moment, like your breakdown is their entertainment. And the look in their eyes when they laugh, it's those black eyes. It's the predator. It's like watching a hunter who has successfully trapped their prey. They're not laughing because something is funny. They are laughing because they have successfully destroyed you in that moment. They have reduced you to nothing and they're celebrating it. Sometimes they will record you. They'll take videos of you having a breakdown they caused, and they will use it later to gaslight you or show others how crazy you are. They create fake evidence of your pain to use as ammunition against you. Tell me how that is human behavior. Tell me how someone with a soul does that to another person. In my opinion, you can never claim to be a human being disordered and then be so intentional, so purposeful with causing pain and enjoy your destruction. You must be chaotic. You must be rotten inside. There must be no soul within you, because spiritually speaking, this is what evil means in the most literal form. Which one of these have you personally experienced? Let me know in the comments. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Make sure you join the membership program. There's a lot of growth waiting for you. Link is in the description. I will see you on the other side. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.